Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm CA, your host and caster for today, joined by Aggressive for this lower bracket matchup between Team Radiant Esports and the side of Team Villainous. We saw Team Villainous play yesterday in a spicy 3-match series, and I'm sure they'll be looking to make their way back to the upper bracket. So how are you feeling, Aggressive, about this matchup?
Fought so hard yesterday, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be fighting even harder. They probably looked back into the matches as we casted them, looked through what they could have done better, what they could have done right in a lot of those scenarios. And as I said, I counted it before as well, they needed to work a lot more on the team play. And hopefully this time around, and against Team Radiance, with their backs against the wall, both teams are going to be fighting it out greatly, and this is going to be one of the matches that I want to witness, because if you're out of this, you're out of the tournament entirely. So this is the time where you need to show your real strategies, your real team play, and your drive to play proper Valorant.
Yeah, with no further ado, let's take a quick look at what maps we have to offer in this best of 3 coming up. So for the first map, we'll be going to Ascent, and this map was picked up by Team Radiant Esports. Second map, Bind, we already saw how good Team Villainous can be on that, so it makes sense that it is Team Villainous' home map. And then for the third map, we have Split. Ascent, though, is where we'll focus on for right now. Ascent, a choice by Team Radiant. We saw Team Villainous not able to stand up to Team Tamilas yesterday on the same map to a similar level. So I'm looking to Team Villainous to have taken that experience and improved upon it and changed a couple things. Most notably, I'm looking at NXS, because for me, yesterday NXS was not the level of player NXS can be. So I want NXS to really step up today and be the X factor we know him to be.
Having a good day and having a bad day, that does fall into the category when you are a player of NXS caliber, because you can't always be consistent, and when you are not consistent yourself, your teammates need to be there to pick you up. Oppo said that yesterday as well, and hopefully today NXS has that drive. He practiced yesterday and he had a good night's sleep. That is very much important. Some of these players do not have proper sleep because of how much Valorant they're actually playing and practicing. And in the long run, I'm really hoping that Team Villainous do take it today. But Team Radiance, they have a lot of fight in them. They had a lot of time, and they also play previous matches to get up into the brackets get up into the lower brackets and finally face off against Team Villainous once again. And I'm hoping that they do take this. But in the long run, Team Villainous, though, they have the drive, they have the potential, and they are gonna be massive going forward.
Yeah, now going into game, like what I'm really curious about is what adaptations Team Villainous has made. Looking at the compositions, you see NXS on the clone as you expect, and the double duelist composition, very standard composition for Team Villainous. For the side of Team Radiant, though, a really curious thing, they've adopted the exact same composition Team like Tamilas was using yesterday, or Team Exili have shown us on Ascent. The single solo duelist lineup with only the Jet on Cypher being the primary fragger. This is going to be really interesting. See if Team Villainous has learned from other teams pulling this off on stream, or if Team Villainous will once again fall prey to this map and this team right here. Now Skullboy God gets the opening kill. Cypher with another. Team Radiant on attack, coming out swinging. Get 2 kills for themselves, now looking to push into side A, but the spike is all the way at B, and Gorong and NXS get return kills for themselves. Cypher with one more, make it 3v2. Spike nowhere nearby, Aggressive.
nowhere nearby, and the spike needs to be taken over. I don't think anyone expected them to break it aside this easily. And just as I said, Vision able to get a kill on the Cypher, evening it up. 2 versus 2 scenario. The spike is still at B though, and this is gonna be a huge play. They do not know that the spike wasn't here at all in the first place. They're gonna get a free spike plant, hopefully going forward. Viper though playing it super safe, super passive, trying to clear every single anger before he moves up forward. But with everyone so low from the side of Team Villainous, one member nearly dead. And Team Radiant Esports, they pulled out the
30
big
seconds
brain
left.
and they did the big brain strats against one of the bigger dogs in this entire tournament.
Yeah, Team Villainous definitely one of the higher rated, like well-known teams in this tournament coming up. But Team Radiant Esport, in our quest to crown a new champion, we've seen so many new teams just step up to the mark and show what they're capable of. Team Radiant, no different. They made it so far into the tournament, and they've also fought through the lower bracket in this stages. So doing just that here, looking to pull off this round for themselves. Very nice spike plant, I must say. Very accessible from the boathouse, and make sure that they're playing defensive and peeking non-aggressive angles. Now Paranoia will come out from the side of Gorang. Looking to push into site is Team Villainous. Vision gets flashed out. Viper takes down one. Vision really low will get taken down by Viper XL as well. Viper XL doing really well on the breach in round 1. Raising my hopes for a potential Viper in this series.
That is never gonna happen. That is just gonna be a dream that you're never gonna face. And who knows? Maybe we're gonna be seeing Saint Rebellious pull out the Viper in the finals. Who knows? Something is gonna happen. We will never know. But ladies and gentlemen, Team Radiant take that first round with an amazing bait and switch tactic. You said that the spike was nowhere to be seen, but they played it so well. They just waited it out and just went to see, okay, if the spike is going to be able to get into the side, yes or no. And they did an amazing bait and switch tactic. And that is the tactical level of play I want to see from players of this caliber. Team Radiant, they know for a fact that they do have the mechanical aim. They have all of the game sense, but to play in such a way, such an unpredictable manner, no one really expected it that. And Cypher comes in and takes one onto Quake. He's not going to be able to check his bag, but Cruiser got not able to find the kill with the shorty. Does get taken out by Ari coming in from the back. 5 versus 2 scenario going forward with NXS with his trusty Sheriff and Vision with just a classic. This seems dark for the side of Team Villainous.
This was the eco round for the side of Team Villainous, so for them, they'll just be okay with trying to get some damage done and not really looking for the round win particularly. For the side of Team Radiant though, it's really important they don't let any damage get done. They bought 5 Spectres into this round, so a heavy investment was made and they need to try to pull this off flawlessly if possible. 5v2, NXS and Vision, the only men left standing. Both on Raptor's Vision though, with just the classic, gets a kill onto Skullboy Guard, gets that damage done, picks up the Spectre for himself, looking for more, but instead it'll be Adi taking him down. Just NXS remaining in just the Sheriff. Albeit a very pretty Sheriff. He won't be able to get anything done, likely just backing up, looking for exit frags. Gets one, but gets taken down. 2 kills, not so bad, but next round is where they need to make their mark.
Some make damage and some more money for their bank. That is all that they want out of an eco round. But finally, with all the eco rounds out through and the pistol round is gone as well, they're 2 rounds down into the deficit, and if they lose this round, this is going to hurt so much towards the side of Team Villainous. They are a very momentum-based team, and if you are not able to break or make some form of a momentum, and NXS, he's feeling it today. He's hitting all of his shots and all of the headshots coming out from him. You see his deagle. Whenever you see his deagle, you know that someone is going to die, and he's bringing it to the table. Team Villainous, they're stepping up hard today, and I'm really looking forward to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. Cypher though does get caught out by the recon bolt from the side of Team Villainous, but slowly but surely we're going to be holding, and they're slowly pushing up under this mid angle, going for mid control. And Team Radiant Esports, they're playing it a lot slower, knowing that Team Villainous have guns this time around.
Team Radiant actually made a really interesting decision despite saving 3 guns. They upgraded 4 out of 5 members, only no fear on Spectre. So buy round for Team Radiant as well, not what you'd usually expect, but it makes this round all the more precious. Now at 2-0, both the teams, this round will dictate the tempo for the first half of the attacking phase. And Adi will get that opening kill onto Quake. Quake was outstanding yesterday, but so far hasn't been able to live up to the same mark. We'll have to see if he can do that. And NXS now gets a kill onto Adi to return that kill onto Quake. 4v4 situation. You see the spike at B. Noise being made at A. Well played by Team Radiant. But it's Cruiser Guard and NXS getting that huge lead for Team Villainous. Now the spike is moving into B, but 4v2, this should be a simple retake for Team Villainous right here.
Simple retake indeed, but in the long run though, these two players, they are such a huge driving force, and just as I said, Viper XL gets a kill on Division. 2 versus 3 scenario already coming out from both sides, and in the long run, No Fear and Viper XL, these two players are the clutch players for the side of Team Radiant Esports. They have the potential, they have the raw power, has the flash in hand. Just enough to go for the right flash. Spots out Grong, but No Fear able to take him out. No Fear takes another one onto NXS. He spots out Cruiser, got to take him down. 4 versus 2, and Team Radiant Esports still comes out on top.
We are on the map of Ascent, which was picked by Team Radiant, and Team Radiant showcasing exactly why. Even in a 2v4 situation, they acknowledge that they sent people to A for the purpose that they accomplish, which is to make noise, to allow this switch come into B and get the spike plant. Viper and No Fear doing brilliantly to just hold on, covering each other's backs and getting the really important kills. Viper and No Fear make it 3-0 for Team Radiant and push Team Villainous to another eco round. Team Villainous not looking so strong in Ascent. Team Radiant looking extremely strong on their home map. Now you will see, for the side of Team Radiant, it is a very slow attack coming in, not looking to overcommit to any site in particular, just looking for picks, acknowledging that Team Villainous on their eco will likely come out rushing.
I have to give a lot to Team Radiant. They're adopting different strategies. I'm pretty sure that they did their homework before coming into this match against Team Villainous. They know how to play this new type of strategy, a strategy that has been, as you said, adopted by Exili quite frequently with the Breach and of course Team Tamilas going out on multiple different occasions. Team Radiant Esports, though, they are so potent and they're so good when it comes to playing these bait and switch tactics, but this time around we're going to be seeing a heavy execute onto this B side, but the spike is still just going to be waiting out on the A, but they're rotating in quickly and they're rotating in fast, but will they get caught out is the real question as we're going to be moving forward. This is going to be a post-plant scenario hopefully coming out, eco round for the side of Team Villainous, and with Vision taking that one tap on the Skullboy Cruiser God, sorry, Skullboy God, oh my god, this is left. So the spike has been dropped in the mid side. This is just going to be a very hectic team fight moving forward. NX's Sheriff though, it's raining true and it's raining heavy, dealing massive amounts of damage towards the side of Team Radiant Esports. Slowly moving forward into this fight. This is just a spray battle with a 3 versus 3 scenario. 13 seconds left on the clock. They need to get the spike and they need to plant it now. The spike has been taken over by Viper XL, but NXS with the Sheriff gets 3 kills to his name. This man is just going insane. Finally has a gun to his side as well. Quake comes in huge and this eco round win may just go towards the side of Team Villainous. Rolling Thunder has been used by Viper XL. He's gonna be holding it out. Viper XL gets a kill onto an Nexus. 1v1 scenario going forward into this fight. Will he be able to get it though? It's a real question. Flash out, knows the last known position, but gets spotted out by the recon ball. Quake knows exactly where he is. He's probably gonna peek it out. He has the HP advantage and the recon ball reveals him at the very last second. And ladies and gentlemen, such a scrappy fight, but a well-played defense coming out from side of Team Villainous.
That was a beautiful round by Team Villainous. NXS starting off like right here from this area at like the CTB link, gets the first kill and gets a spike carrier dropped, which is so important. Right here you see it, it's Vision with that Sheriff getting the kill onto Skullboy God, getting the spike dropped in a 5v4 situation when most of the rotations from Team Villainous is already done. When that spike drops, Team Villainous suddenly has all the information they need in the world. They just need to hold down their positions and delay in that crossfire as much as possible, able to do just that. And then Quake, the man who kept clutching rounds for Team Villainous yesterday, doing so once again here, using NX's help and damage done earlier, cleaning it up, getting that thrifty round for Team Villainous. Now, Operator bot for NX's, eco round for Team Radiant. Team Villainous, they snatched the tempo from Team Radiant in that round, and they're looking to build on it.
Such a scrappy round in general when you think about it. I really thought that Team Radiant had it. I'm pretty sure we both knew that they had it because 2 members went down for the side of Team Villainous, but they held strong so hard with the last 3 remaining members, and I have to give it a lot towards the side of NXS to get such good one-taps coming out from his Sheriff. He's feeling it today, and this is the type of NXS we hoped to see yesterday, but he's bringing it hard and he's bringing it fast to get his team back into the upper brackets and into the semi-finals. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let us watch as he's gonna take the peek off into that side, not able to hit the shot. onto Cypher, able to dodge it out at the very last second, but Quake slowly creeping up. Note lacked on position, but he's gonna get caught out, 30 HP, and gets caught out by the fault line as well. But Cypher, he has his phone number, trying to call him up. He's not gonna be able to find it, but the spray down coming out from Gurong and Quake. The crossfire was true. He's gonna be surviving, and Team Radiant Esports are 2 members down.
Team Radiant Esports, they try to rush in through mid onto A, get punished for it. Now NXS, with the operator holding down mid, takes down Viper, spots the spike, and that will be the end of Team Radiant. Just some cleaning up left to do, and Gaurang will look to do it himself. Cruiser God instead will now find Skullboy God. He's like, I am the god, not you. Take him down. 2-3 for Team Villainous, and this is exactly what I meant. Ascent, a slightly defense-favored map. Once the defense-sided team gets a few rounds going, once they're able to get that operator for themselves, defense suddenly looks so much easier in your ability to hold down angles. Quake and Team Villainous here doing so well to hold on to this angle. Quake and Gorang both with that crossfire making sure that Quake doesn't go down, and they're both able to each get a kill. 2-3, but that was the eco round for Team Radiant. This now is their full buy round. This is their chance to push their lead even further and not let Team Villainous get to even, because even with a huge tempo advantage could almost be the death of you on the attacking side. Now Team Villainous, they're playing a lot of mind games. 3 members at A with the Cypher, only Vision holding down B. They're expecting an A push from Team Villainous. I wonder if this will work out or backfire.
This is one of those gambles that you really do not want to take. But Vision, though, being one of those players, we have seen him solo hold sites quite frequently, and he does it so well as well. And Team Villainous, they have that momentum on their side. They have the plan, they have the money. They have all of the tools in the world to make this work, but they need to play their cards right. With NXS going out on the side, Quake not being able to land the headshot, gets paranoid out, but Gorong is just going to be sitting in the back lane to be trading that kill. Gorong, though, takes another one onto Adi, taking down 2 members, 4 versus 3 scenario, moving forward into this fight. Skullboy God spamming away at the green box, not going to be able to find anyone. Knows that one person at the bare minimum is sitting on this right side, spots out the Cypher, hopefully. But with them slowly creeping up right into the awaiting arms of the Cypher, Cruiser God taking out No Fear. They know his position now, but Cruiser God, he's not gonna let it down. Skullboy God going down with Viper XL on the side. Cruiser God and Gurong carrying Team Villainous back into this match with a 3-3 scoreline, making it even.
Team Radiant now starting to run out of plays, if I may say so, because in the very first few rounds they looked really creative, but now it just seems like they're trying to force unnecessary plays, and Cruiser God doing so well to hold his position, does not move at all, wins duel after duel after duel, pushes Team Villainous to even rounds. 3-3, an amazing set of rounds so far in the first 6 rounds. Cruiser God using a really unconventional camera angle to spot out the information about another player being down there at A long. Now 5 versus 5. This is Team Radiant going for the semi-bias of sorts. We'll see if they're able to pull it off. Team Villainous.
No, continue.
Yeah, Team Villainous is just for them to take the lead and continue the tempo. Team Radiant, it's gonna be up to them to make this semi-buy count.
They need to make sure the semi-buy counts in the long run, but it's just going to be so dangerous if they are not able to win this round. Because look at their economy, they have no money. And just to say that Nexus gets those 2 kills off on the sideline, Viper XL going down, and another one for the side of Nexus taking out No Fear. He's playing so hyper aggressively, spots on the spike as well. Camera does spot him out. He's going to get recon bolted. Vision is already there to give him some form of backup, and from the sideline they're just doing so much damage. Gorong taking out one, spots out one more. Adi, though, he has his phone number, calls him up, but Vision is way quicker to pick up that call, takes him back home. And another round for the side of Team Villainous.
That semi-buy round really affected the economy for the side of Team Radiant, because as you can see now they're forced to once again go on the eco. They could have done that while giving up the lead to Team Villainous and then fought back to try to make it even. This really matters because at this stage, as the attackers, you ideally just want to stay as close to the other team as possible. You don't want to give them a sizable round lead, because a sizable round lead is that cushion for Team Villainous to start getting really creative and risky with their plays. You already saw how aggressive NXS could be with the op. This round lead now just gives him more of a chance to do it. Team Radiant now completely on the back foot. We see this a lot with top tier teams, right? They just sort of like download the other team's playstyle in the first like 5 rounds or so, and then they start dominating, and Team Villainous looking to do just that. Team Radiant, they're gonna have to throw a massive spanner in the works because the gears are turning for Team Villainous, man.
This is so true. Cypher mixing out the Blade Storm onto Vision. This is gonna be so hard. Such a scrappy fight between these two players, but here Team Villainous come out on top. Vision taking another one to Adi as well. NXS has the sniper in hand, has the Sheriff once more, and Quake comes in from the side to clean it up, and a flawless round for the side of Team Villainous. A scrappy fight, but in the long run, Vision still able to get those 2 kills, all that he needed to do, and Quake comes in from the CT angle to clean up 2 more. And Team Villainous, they're looking so strong and so potent already.
Acknowledging that Team Villainous right now, they just look flawless, if I may say, because they've just had 2 flawless rounds in a row. They look completely unbeatable. Right now, Team Radiant, what they need is that they need to acknowledge that, hey, we did really well to pull off the first 3 rounds for ourselves. Now we need to play very slow and play very scrappy to ensure that Team Villainous cannot keep up the constant communication and coordination that they are known for, and try to get at least 1 or 2 rounds off. Now, Quake, Hunter's Fury, Quake, that you know it's gonna happen. It's a kill for him. Takes Adi down, makes it 5v4. 5-3 for Team Villainous. Already a man advantage in this buy round for Team Radiant. Not looking so good.
I have to give a lot of credit to the side of NXS. He just stacked up poor old... Oh, Kurag though. That was a well-placed shot on the head of Cypher. He was not even ready for it. NXS sitting out there on this smoke against No Fear. If he peeks this corner, No Fear, he's gonna have such a bad time, but who's gonna come out on top is a real question. NXS though, an amazing shot onto No Fear to get that readjustment flick on his head. Immediately Vision comes in from the side, and we're probably looking at another flawless round from the side of Team Villainous.
Yeah, Team Villainous looking for just that. You said it. Another flawless round to push them to 6-3, and another buy round, more importantly, for them to be winning. In this replay, you can see NXS placed mid with the operator so beautifully in the pre-match screen. This is what I wanted. This is the NXS I wanted to see, and I'm loving the fact that we're getting to see this because, guys, don't forget, this is Team Radiant's map pick. Next up is Bind. The Bind that Team Villainous looked absolutely phenomenal on. So Team Radiant, they need to just take a second, calm down, remember that they are capable as a team of fighting back and try to do just that. Now on the eco round, no, it's actually going to be a full buy round for Team Radiant. After a loss streak, the loss streak bonus coming in makes a lot of sense. Now 6-3. Team Radiant, this is their moment to try and fight back. Magic number 4 still applies when you're on the attacking side. When it's your map, I'm sure Team Radiant will be extremely strong on the defensive side. If they can get to 4, even 5 rounds, it would be amazing.
4 or 5 rounds, but especially against a team like Villainous, we all know how explosive they can be when it comes to the attacking side. And with Vision on the race, that is going to be so dangerous. They're going for a very heavy B take though. With Vision being the only one sitting on this side, if they execute fast and they execute hard, they're gonna take the entirety of the side control. Smokes are going out, and the Team Radiant they're just gonna be booking it onto the side. But Vision, he has his crosshairs trained on multiple different people, probably taking down 2 at the bare minimum. But Skullboy Board way quicker on that shot, is able to take him down. No Fear takes down 1. NXS gets taken out by No Fear there as well. It's gonna hurt so much in the long run. 3 versus 4 scenario going forward. The spike has been planted. Who's gonna take it? CA, take it away.
4v3, Team Radiant doing really well this round, playing really creatively. Played it slow and then pushed in to B side using that slow pressure. Now Viper just sitting in that corner, barely misses but gets the kill. Quake and got wrong though. On the other side, filling in multiple angles, getting 3 kills for themselves. Skullboy God takes down Quake. Can Skullboy God do it? No, he cannot. It will be Gorong, one of the most outstanding and consistent players for Team Villainous through Series 1, Series 2, now Series 3. Gorong, once known as the one-trick Brimstone, has shown his versatility in picking up the Omen in Series 3, has been absolutely brilliant, will pull off a huge round for Team Villainous. Team Radiant, I saw the fighting spirit in that round. The way they were able to push into B-side really slowly, yet really quickly. For me, it shows that this team has the caliber to pull off macro gameplay. But right now, Team Villainous on a mechanical level just better than Team Radiant. So Team Radiant, 2 more rounds left. If you can get one of these 2 rounds, it would be definitely like a content score that you can go to the next half with.
It's a score line that you see moving forward into this fight. 7-5 is what you want, but against Team Villainous, you need a lot more rounds. And just as I say it, Vision comes in from the side, just taking off Viper's head. Adi, though, takes on onto NXS, able to even it out. 4 versus 4 moving forward into this fight. But mid control has been completely taken over for the side of Team Radiant Esports. Hyper jumping in onto the short angle. Gorang, though, is able to take him out. And that is just gonna hurt so much. Your main duelist, your main entry is already dead. Smokes have been used and they're just gonna be stuck. They're just waiting to see if they find anything. But Vision says, nope, you ain't finding a damn thing. Adi able to take it out and No Fear takes down another. And this is very much possible in Team Radiant Esports. They're climbing their way back out. 2 versus 1 scenario. And Team Villainous, they're looking weak with Gorang only 37 HP remaining in a post-plant scenario.
37 HP for Gorang. On the other side, Adi also really low. And for the Brimstone, No Fear, there is a bit of HP gone. But the key factor for me is that No Fear, he has his ultimate up. They can choose to play this very defensively and use that Brimstone ultimate to delay as much as possible. They're not choosing to do that. Instead, they're choosing to hold down the angles. No Fear will find Gorang here. Actually doesn't. Instead, Gorang takes on Adi. Adi on a very aggressive peeking angle. Not the smartest play. No Fear has his ultimate, setting up the ultimate orbital strike coming down. Hellfire on Gorang. And that will be another round for Team Radiant. Exactly that round I wanted. Now it's 7-4. You just throw everything you've got in that last round. If you win it, you win it. If you don't, 8-4 is decent enough.
8-4 is a scoreline, but I have to give it to them. They need to get 7-5. When you're facing off against such a hyper-aggressive and such a well-oiled and disciplined team, such as Team Villainous, you cannot really have that much. You need to have a lot of wiggle room as you're going to be moving forward. 7-5 gives a lot of wiggle room, gives you a chance to at least decipher what kind of attack strats that Team Villainous are using. And they execute fast, they execute hard. And you need to notice this coming out from the players. Team Villainous, they made a lot of the scrappy fight decisions coming out in a lot of these moments. And Vision, he was just feeling it a bit too much, peeking all of those angles. Like, he's like, I don't give any damns. I'm just going to peek it because I have the bigger balls. I have the better aim. I'm just going to get this fight and bring it to you in the long run. And this is going to be a pause timer as of right now. Probably some technical difficulties for some of the players. But, CA, I'll tell you this. We have seen Team Villainous perform so well when it comes to the attacking rounds, but without any flash on a map like Ascent, do you think this is going to be an issue for their side?
We've seen this exact composition from Team Villainous before. They like this composition, and they're the sort of team that even though they are like an aggressive team, they're not the sort of team who'll just 5-man run it down his side. They like playing aggressive with that macro gameplay, continuously having rotations. They like leaving NXS or Vision either in mid or towards a particular side, lurking to try and find that pick that extra gun duel for themselves. Right now though, we'll take a quick look at the scorecard because I want to see how all these players are statting up. You see Gorang, 14 kills, leading the charge for the side of Team Villainous. He has as many kills as No Fear and Viper combined. Now that's what I called poggers. Gorang right now just completely popping off. NXS though, 12 kills, not so far behind. He was, for me, the X factor on whether or not Team Villainous would be a dominant show or whether Team Radiant would be able to take them down. NXS performing really well. For the side of Team Radiant though, No Fear, Viper, Cypher, all of them doing really well. But considering that this is the attacking side for them, I will give them the benefit of the doubt because for me personally, out of all the experience watching teams in Series 1, 2, and 3, I feel like teams are much better on their home map on their defensive side because they have a sort of optimal, like GTO, game theory, optimal gameplay to them. Like they understand what the efficient positions for their peaks are and they're able to control their defensive side with this cleanliness. I'm hoping Team Radiant is able to do just that because if not, Team Villainous will punish them if they have unnecessary rotations or if they just look for the aggressive peaks and then lose the gun duels. We'll have to see. The flash, I don't think that big of a deal because we've seen how instrumental Gorang can be. And even though he has only one in the paranoia, I think if used properly, it can be just game changing in your ability to enter a site. So I'm looking at Gorang to see if he can make it work.
Or you just could be looking at Vision, who does a double satchel out, flies through the air, and he's like, "Oh, hello, I'm behind you now." Oh, okay, okay, I'm just gonna be behind you. I am the pseudo flash. I am the bait for my team, and my team is going to capitalize on the chaos that I caused. That is what Raze needs to do as an entry fragger role. And a lot of teams pick up that Raze just for the grenade, just for the boom bot. But in the long run, if you know how to utilize the satchels coming out from Raze, you're just going to have so much more potential to deal so much more damage towards the enemy team coming out from your side. And honestly, when I say this, Team Radiant Esports, they have a very dominant showing when it comes to being a lot more prepared for rotations, a lot more prepared for map sense in comparison to Team Villainous. But you're fighting against players that have way more mechanical prowess in comparison to you. How do you combat that? You need to play off of trades. In a lot of these scenarios, I'm seeing Team Radiant players, they're just playing a lot more scrappy. They're not really playing for the trades. Cypher being one of the more outliers in a lot of these fights. Yes, Cypher, you are an extremely good player. You have extreme pristine level of aim, but you're not going to win every single scenario. In some scenarios, you need to rely on your teammates. And I want to see that coming out in the defensive half after this round goes forward. Like, at the bare minimum, try and go for those trade kills instead of just going in alone and putting yourself in such a situation that your team cannot even trade you off. All of those need to be coming into play, especially against a team of Team Villainous' caliber.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see if Team Radiant can pull that off. But while we check up on the technical issues that is stopping our play, remember, check the discounts that we have set up for you down in the description below. Massive sales going on for the LG monitors. Pick yourself up one and just improve your setup as a whole. Remember to also like, subscribe, hit that share button, hit the notification button. Make sure that you're able to get constant updates. We'll take a small break, investigate exactly what is going wrong, and we'll be back with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3 back into action real soon. Is it Val 51?
Hell Ranger 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3. We're back into action. We're going to be playing this last round as is. Adi is facing some small technical issues, so after the first half, we will be switching it off for Adi. But now, Team Radiant, they already got to the number 4. They just need to try to pull off a really strong round this round to set themselves up for the next half. It started off with Team Radiant spread out entirely, looking for mid control before they commit to any site in particular. Team Villainous, once again, 3-man stack A. It seems like Vision just owns B by himself.
He's just holding it down, but with one member going down for the side of Team Radiant Esports, this is just gonna hurt so much for them in the long run, especially in the attacking half. You don't have one of your primary smokers for the Brimstone. He's still present for their side. Does get spotted out by Quake. Cypher is able to take a kill onto Gorong though. Opens up a lot for their side, and he is looking quite healthy as well. Skullboy God getting another one onto Cruiser God. But Nexus gets one pick on the Skullboy while trying to go off onto this A main angle. But in the long run, how much is this going to help? 3 versus 3 scenario going into a post plan for the side of Team Villainous and Radiant Esports. And just as I said, Vision though comes in huge with the showstopper. He's not going to be able to connect. But Nexus capitalizes on the damage that he was doing with the momentum from his satchels. But no fear, he already has the position. He already has all of what he needs to do. He's able to get the molly out onto the spike, but with halfway diffuse down, he's not gonna be able to find it, and Quake is able to clutch it out for his team once more, and another round going into the favor of Team Villainous.
Team Villainous making it 8-4 in the first half. Team Villainous looking really strong here. Now, as we said earlier, Adi was facing a small technical issue, and for that end, we're gonna have to go help set up sort of a new half for these teams, and we'll be back really soon. Don't give weight to what you see on the screen right now. Just make sure you go get some popcorn, get set up, because that 8-4 going into Team Radiant's defensive half on their own map, I think things are just about to get really spicy. We'll see you soon, right back directly into game action. Remember, you're watching the LG Ultragear TEC Challengers Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with Act as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. See you soon. Team Exceedly have shown us on Ascent the single solo duels lineup with only the Jet on Cypher being the primary fragger. This is going to be really interesting. See if Team Villainous has learned from other teams pulling this off on stream, or if Team Villainous will once again fall prey to this map and this team right here. Now Skullboy God gets the opening kill. Cypher with another. Team Radiant on attack coming out, swinging. Get 2 kills for themselves now, looking to push into side A, but the spike is all the way at E. And Dora and Alexis get return kills for themselves. It's really important they don't let any damage get done. They got 5 specters into this round, so a heavy investment was made, and they need to try to pull this off flawlessly possible. 5-2, Alexis and Vision, the only men left standing. Both on Raptor's Vision though, with just a cross, they get the kill on the Skullboy Guard, gets that damage done, picks up the specter for himself, looking for more, but instead of the army taking him down. Just Alexis remaining in just the Sheriff. I'll play a very pretty Sheriff. Won't be able to get anything done, likely just back to him. Interesting decision despite saving 3 guns. They upgraded 4 out of 5 members, only no clear on Spectre. So 5 rounds of Team Radiant gets done, not what you'd usually expect, but it makes this round all the more precious. Now at 2-0, both the teams, this round will dictate the tempo for the first half of the match. When Adi will get that opening kill on Quake. Quake was outstanding yesterday, but so far hasn't been able to live up to the same mark. We'll have to see if he can do that. And Access now gets a kill onto Adi to return retake for Team Villainous right here.
Simple retake indeed, but in the long run though, these two players, they are such a huge driving force. And just as I said, Viper XL gets a kill on Division. 2 versus 3 scenario already coming out from both sides, and in the long run, no fear. And Viper XL, these two players are the clutch players for the side of Team Radiant Esports. They have the potential, they have the raw power, has the flash in hand. To go for the right flash, spots are wrong, but No Fear able to take him out. No Fear takes another one onto an exit. He's spot onto this B side. They're just gonna be waiting out on the A. So they're rotating in quickly and they're rotating in fast. But will they get caught out? It's a real question as we're gonna be moving forward. This is gonna be a post-plan scenario, hopefully coming out. Eco round for the side of Team Villainous. And with Vision taking that one tap on the Skullboy Cruiser God. Sorry, Skullboy God. Oh my god, this is so Spike has been dropped. It's gonna be a very hectic team fight moving forward. NX is Sheriff bringing it hard. And he's bringing it fast to get his team back into the upper bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch. As he's gonna take the sneak off into that side. Hit the shot. Right first. Last second, but wait. Keeping up, not the last on position, but he's gonna get caught out. 30 HP and gets caught out by the bolt line as well. But Cypher, he has his phone number trying to call him up. He's not gonna be able to find it, but the sprayed out coming out from players we have seen in solo sides quite frequently, and he does it so well. Team Villainous, they have the
ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challengers Series 3, powered by AMD and Ideapad Gaming, with Act as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as a media partner. We're back for the second half of the first game. It's just gonna be a restart of the lobby, and it's still 8-4 for Team Villainous, so don't forget that. It's gonna be Team Rady on the attack, just the second half to be played. Skullboy guard instantly. Sorry, Team Rady on the defense. Skullboy guard instantly. Very nice Cypher Cage lineup will get himself the first kill onto Vision. It's Team Villainous looking to force A heavily, and with the rotations coming out from Team Radiant, it might be the smart move to now rotate out for Team Villainous themselves. Oh!
Quake! You don't do that to Skullboy, God! He was not ready for it. That was a well-placed shock dart, and with Alexis with his trusty Sheriff taking on one, but Adi comes in on the side, taking on Gorong, and no fear onto another one. This is just gonna hurt so much. 3 versus 2 post-land scenario for their side, and Team Villainous, they're on the back foot with Team Radiant hunting them down. Alexis does have the Sheriff in hand, 2 body shots, and they're dead. Moving forward into this round, ladies and gentlemen, will he be able to find us? The real question, but Adi way quicker with that one tap, taking Alex's head clean off. Cruiser God tapping away, he's not gonna be able to find it, and no fear takes him down. And another round for the side of Team Radiant Esports. They take the pistol round away from Team Villainous, and in the long run, they're just gonna have so much damage being done to their side. And of course, the scoreline being, ladies and gentlemen, 5-8 for Radiant Esports. They take 1 round away.
It's right now, Team Radiant winning that round really huge for them, because this is what I meant. Now in the defensive side, I feel like Radiant will be able to dictate the pace of the game much more. What I'm really curious about is the fact that they're running a double smoke agent. I think this not really impactful during attack, as like not really impactful for the way they attack. I think can end up being a really huge difference in defense, because the way you can smoke out, like not just reactively using the Brimstone and the Omen, but also proactively just smoke out mid and then look for mid control. It can be end up being really crucial if executed properly, or end up just being too much of too little impact on the side of Team Radiant if not executed properly. We'll just have to see. Now, Team Villainous, they're going to be on the eco round. Team Radiant on the buy. This is Team Radiant's round to win, and Skullboy God doing just that. Getting the opening kill, and Excess returns back. Spike will go down by Cruiser God, no fear. Lining up the molly, does not decide to throw it out. Instead, pushing up with his team. The smokes will go down to cover one angle before his team pushing in. You see Team Radiant waiting for their teammates before they go in. Instead, Cruiser God will find the opening kill, and Excess with another. This is the eco for Team Villainous, but they don't care. Villain's going no fear with that molly, though barely takes down NXS. NXS not dashing out in time. 1v2 situation though at this point, and with Team Radiant just one person remaining. Cypher will take down Vision, dashes in looking for Quake. Quake though playing so sneaky, but they're just waiting for the bomb to go down. Quake will go down, but the bomb, it's not enough time for this spike defuse. Quake, you absolute god!
This guy's a bad lad. That is like basically, oh, there is an imposter among us. I'm pretty sure Cypher saw him, but at the same time, he was like, nah, maybe I just saw some of my smoke particles, because Sova does have the same color scheme as their smoke coming out on that side. But oh my god, he played that time so well. Not able to get the kill, but at the bare minimum, got the round for their side, making it a 5-9 scoreline for the side of Team Villainous and Radiant Esports. 1-1 rounds for both sides, and this is just going to be very scrappy buys from both ends, because they won 1 round, they lost 1 round, so they have buys, they semi-buys.
It's Team Radiant on defense, Team Villainous on the attack. The scoreline now 9-5. Team Villainous winning that eco round for themselves will mean they force Team Radiant now onto an eco round themselves, and Team Villainous with full buys will be looking to push this win through. Cypher, the only person on his team that with that Spectre he was able to save last round, with every other member on his team back on pistols. Team Villainous looking to move through mid and then on to B. Cypher though with 2 kills for himself. Will that be enough? We'll have to see, because Team Villainous, they're rotating through market into B side, looking to push into B, get control of the site and get the spike planted. Quake will take down Adi, make it 3v2 for the side of Team Villainous. Team Radiant they only have Viper and Skullboy God left, and right now it's gonna be an extremely difficult task, especially against 3 members of Team Villainous. Team Radiant on the retake.
Team Radiant on the retake, but they do have the guns in their favor, able to pick up the guns of the fallen comrades of Team Villainous, taking out one, but Quake spots him out with a well-placed recon bolt. Gorong comes in from the back end, but miscommunication coming out from Viper XL and Skullboy God, not able to find out Gorong, just sitting up on that B main angle, and another amazing round of attack coming out from Team Villainous. They're slowly deciphering the code, and they're understanding exactly how Team Radiant are playing these defensive rounds. Scoreline going to 5 and 10. 2 more rounds to go to match point for the side of Team Villainous.
We'll take a quick look at the scorecards, see what the loadouts for the side of Team Radiant will be, because they did choose to go for the eco. Now you can see 5 Vandals coming through. This is their buy round. At this stage where like Team Villainous, they started to pick up the tempo on the attacking side as well. It's going to be up to Team Radiant to try to switch it up. I really want to see some sort of creative usage with the fact that they have 2 smoking agents. They have the Brimstone and the Omen. They can just riddle mid with smokes and try to push in themselves and surprise Team Villainous. But so far, they're playing completely standard. We'll have to see if they can make this work or if this is going to end up backfiring for them. Team Villainous, they're playing it very, very slow. They're covering every single angle. Just Quake now rotating with the spike over to a Viper. Down in Garden will get the kill onto Gaurang. Start it off for Team Radiant. 5 versus 4. And now Quake reconsidering whether he should go to A.
And Cypher having a Mexican standoff there. Are you watching the minimap on the B side? This is interesting to watch. But just as I say, Team Radiant lose that one member. Team Villainous lose their one member moving out, and that being Gorong on the A short angle, but still 2 members are alive and well. But just as I say, it's Skullboy God and Adi take down 2 pieces for themselves. 5 versus 2 scenario for the side of Team Villainous, and this is just gonna hurt so much in the long run. Quake able to take one, Quake able to take another with a good spray control on his side. 38 HP though, and 5 bullets to his name. He needs to reload, and he needs to reload now. 3 versus 1 scenario. Quake so good in these clutch scenarios, but against 3 players who are looking so much more healthier than him. He's gonna have a run for his money, but he's gonna opt for the save. A smart play with the economic disadvantage that they have from losing the second round.
Quake just hiding behind these boxes, down at the attacker's side of A, looking to get some exit frags, looking to save his weapon for himself. Quake, one of the top performers from Team Villainous last time, still just as good, but Team Radiant, they made that sort of defensive playstyle work this round, holding down their ground in multiple angles, making sure that they are the ones peeking through those advantageous angles. First down in the mid lane to A, with Viper taking one down, and then Skullboy God and Adi following up about 10 or 15 seconds later, meaning Team Radiant are able to win that buy round for themselves and give them a chance to come back now. We'll take a quick look at the scorecard, see if Team Villainous is able to get full buys. Full buys almost all around with just vision on the Sheriff. Will mean it's basically an investment round for the side of Team Villainous. They really do need to make this work, because we saw in the first half, even though Team Radiant took the first 3 rounds, once the tempo got going for the defense team, it was just unstoppable. Now Cypher doing just that, getting that first blood onto NXS will make it 5v4 for Team Radiant.
No Fear spotting out one member going up onto the market side, but Adi and No Fear, they're just gonna be holding strong. The door has been closed out, has the paranoia in hand. The drone has been destroyed, but no one is pushing through the smoke. Adi uses the paranoia to force them off for just a little while longer. Market door has been broken, and they're peeking out into the side. They have mid control, but they're so indecisive. They do not know where to go, and the calls are not being called out properly. You're going to be seeing Cruiser God just waiting it out in the corner of market near Pizza, but how long can you hold it? And just as I say, that rush towards the A side is coming through. A short angle has been completely taken over. Grong taking out one on the Viper XL, sitting near the door panel. Cruiser Boy God spots out 3 members. Does get spotted out by the recon ball, but no, he does not just yet. Cruiser God able to get out, has the recon bolt in hand. Cypher getting one onto Cruiser God. Skullboy God though just spamming away at the sidelines. A camera spots out one going into A long, but one is just sitting right through the smoke, just waiting for the smoke to fade at the very last second. They do not know where he is, and they're just gonna be going into the waiting arms of Gorong, but Gorong not able to hit that shot, gets taken down. Quake getting back again into the very bad scenario, but Cypher, he's just gonna push on him. Going forward into this fight, is able to take it down. A shock dart kill coming out from Adi, uses the Hunter's Fury, but it's not gonna be enough time. An amazing round from the side of Team Villainous, but They were just one step quicker and they had more people to take down Quake.
As soon as I saw Quake lining up those shock darts, I'm like, oh no, you're gonna do it again. We saw him do it yesterday. His lineups are on point, man. Right here, gets both of the shock darts back to back, getting the spike diffuser kill. The only issue though, Adi was able to get half the diffuse done before he died, which meant that Skullboy got able to finish it up. And even though he gets taken down, it's gonna be Team Radiant taking the win. Team Radiant in a resurgent fashion fighting back here now. 10-7 is the scoreline with Team Villainous is the 3.3 round lead. Team Villainous though, they're going to be forced into a eco round of sorts, so we'll have to see if Team Radiant can take advantage of that. Team Villainous looking to push into A aggressively. Vision with their paint grenade will get the opening kill. 3 members of Team Villainous in. Cruiser God with their Marshall takes down Skullboy God, continuously trying to flex himself as the superior Cypher.
Superior god, you mean? Because both of these players are gods at Cypher moving forward in a lot of these fights. 3 versus 5 scenario, and you do not want to be in such a scenario going up against a team of Team Villainous' caliber. They are looking to close it out. Probably gonna get that 11th round, but just as then Adi comes in true with the headshot on the Vision to take him down. And ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna hurt so much for their side. 3 versus 4 scenario, still gonna be holding it out. Makes so much noise, but Grong comes out on top. He's able to take down Adi, but 5 HP at a dream to his side. He's not gonna be able to take out No Fear. No Fear taking out Grong, and Excess though takes out on Cypher, and No Fear being the only lone Brimstone. Grong saying, nah man, you are the better Brimstone right now. My team has my back no matter what happens to me. They're able to upgrade their guns, and they win that semi-buy round for the side of Team Villainous.
Once again, Team Villainous, I mean, when you expect them to have gone down, when you know that they have an economic disadvantage, you saw only a couple Phantom Vandal guns for them, only a couple Assault Rifles, and then you saw a Marshall, a Sheriff, completely sort of mix the buys for the entire team. You saw just earlier, you saw them pull off a Thrifty round, now in this pulling off yet another semi-buy round. Team Villainous just, you cannot count them out when their backs are against the wall because they come back just screaming and tearing down the opposition. 3-3. Here the scoreline is 11-7. One more round for Team Villainous to push it to match point. 2 more rounds for Team Villainous to push it to map 2. Team Radiant, this is their home map. This is Ascent. They're now on their defensive half. They need to put up a stronger showing and take down Team Villainous. Very defensive usage of the smoke so far, and while I understand the idea of trying to play continuously reactively, it's not working out because Team Villainous, they're so aggressive, they get into your face and don't give you any moment to react.
Just as you said, they need to play a lot more proactively, take the opposition by storm, and take them by surprise. If you play so slow, if you play so tactically against a team like Team Villainous, it's not going to work out. And just as it, Viper Excel comes in huge with the judge in hand, able to take down 2 members away from the side of Team Villainous. They do not want to give up this match point, no matter what scenario they're going to be going through. Cypher uses the neural theft from the side of Skullboy God. They know their last known positions. Viper XL slowly creeping up into the awaiting arms of Cruiser God, but Cypher is able to save him out at the very last second. No Fear able to take down the angles, but Vision comes in from the side, able to clean up 2. Adi going down as well. This is gonna be a 2 versus 3 scenario moving forward into this fight. The Hellfire does go down. 27 seconds left on the clock. They need to take the spike plant or they need to save immediately. There is no in between as they're gonna be moving forward. The spike plant is not able to go down. Vision trying to do some damage, able to take 3 kills, but Team Radiant Esports, an amazing defensive round for their side.
Team Villainous, they're sort of falling into their own trap because every time you see them successfully penetrate a site against Team Radiant, it's when they are pushing into that site aggressively through multiple angles. You saw them in a previous round succeed by pushing in through mid into A and then having an A short push in itself. Sort of combining those and then getting into site is what worked for them. When they tried to push into mid, the reactive smoke playstyle of Team Radiant that we've seen so far comes in huge because Brimstone smoke, Omen smoke, Brimstone smoke, Omen smoke, and suddenly there is no mid to see for Team Villainous, and it just ends up slowing down the pace of the game so much that it suits the style Team Radiant want to play. And Team Radiant doing very well in that style for themselves. We'll have to see if Team Villainous now looking to switch it up, if Team Radiant can answer this. You see, for the side of Team Villainous pushing 4-man into A, just Vision holding down mid, it's gonna be a B-side commit.
Cypher 2 HP, this guy just survived with the skin of his teeth, but they have done the damage, they have the information. Cypher being so low, this is gonna hurt so much in the long run. Vision already have their phone numbers, he knows exactly where they are, taking down one. But with the scoreline being an 8-11 for the side of Team Radiant and Team Villainous, this is just gonna be so difficult if match point is gonna be hitting. Team Villainous take the spike down on A. And the post-plant scenario has already been set up. Everyone's just going to be rotating over. Vision sitting out on the back angle. And this is going to be one of those flanks that he is known for, ladies and gentlemen. Vision, if he gets a drop on any one of these players, even if he's able to take down one, this is just going to be spelling doom for the entirety of Radiant Esports. With the scoreline being so close, and they're just going to be rushing in onto the side. Skullboy God has his position just sitting up onto this top angle, but he does get caught out by the Rolling Thunder from his own teammate. NX is able to take down Skullboy God. Adi takes a return kill onto NX. Cypher though extremely low, and Vision, he has the huge flank on the backplane, able to take down one. Quake with a shock dart kill, gets another one with Gorog with the 2k as well. And Team Villainous take it to match point, an 8-12 scoreline.
Quake is just an absolute maniac. His shock dart positions, it feels like he knows. It doesn't matter what position he himself is in. He knows exactly how it's going to bounce. He has the foresight and the capability to understand the intricacies of how his shock dart works. Because every single time he gets it onto the molly, every single time he prevents a diffuse, creates so much space and time for his team, and gives themselves, now pushing them to match point, a chance for Team Villainous to take down Team Radiant in their own home map. 12-8, both of these teams just fighting intensely hard, and Team Villainous, they're staying true to the strategy they initially took place, but this time, 5 members down B. This is going to be a hard coming down B. The drone will come out from Sova to spot multiple out. The Hunter's Fury will come out from Quake, take down Adi. Showstopper from Vision right here. Will not find any, but will just push all of Team Radiant out of this side. Team Villainous came out of that round explosive. They want to get it done right here, right now.
Don't even move it for Cypher. He's like, oh wait, there's a Gorog, and oh wait, there's a Vision with a showstopper in my face. And just as it, Quake able to take out one, uses the recon bolt. He's holding down the fort so hard, but against 2 players, there's no way you're gonna be surviving. But everyone in such a good post-plant scenario moving forward into this fight. But Viper XL takes down one onto Gorang, but he's at 12 HP. And Skullboy God being the only one remaining, he's able to take down Vision. But NX says he has their phone number, calls them up. And this is a round win and a map win for the side of Team Villainous, making it a score of 8-13.
Team Villainous will take down Team Radiant in the map 1 of this best of 3 series. Home map for Team Radiant, but Team Villainous, once they got going, there was simply no stopping them. This round especially, just brute forcing down B using multiple ultimates. The Sova ultimate to start it off, the Race ultimate to finish it off. Just beautiful gameplay. And then towards the end, NXS even pulls out the blades from the Jet ultimate to just clean it right up. Get that map win for the side of Team Villainous. 1-0 Team Villainous just played that absolutely beautifully. And it'll be really curious to see if Team Radiant can try to fight back going into map 2. I'm going to look to see if Team Radiant can improve, because I think the lack of a Sova and the fact that the double smokes weren't really used did hurt them a lot. But we'll take a second to just set up the second map coming up right here. In the meantime, remember, you have to like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. Make sure you're able to get constant updates for the stream, because not only is it important that you catch all this spicy action, but we're now having giveaways in every single stream. So get that extra Valorant points for yourself. Get those nice skins. Make sure that you check out the links in the description below for the massive discount codes. But we'll be right back with map 2 coming soon between Team Radiant and my bad. So we'll take a quick look at the entire map that happened with the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. So, Aggressive, talking to you about this map particularly, right? I was talking about how, for me personally, I think while I understand not having a Sova in a lineup, even though Sova is really impactful in Ascent, I get the idea of putting in two smokes and then using the sort of darkness that smokes provide you to influence the map. We never saw that come out from Team Radiant, did we? So, like, talk to me more about this composition from Team Radiant, because the ideas, the theory, everything was there. The practice just simply not present.
I think that they were under the impression that Team Villainous, they were just gonna get destroyed so heavily in the long run when it came to the mechanical sense. They did not play a lot of their fights confidently. When you have a double smoke composition, you can take the fight towards the enemy. You don't have to be afraid. Oh wait, he's gonna jump out of an unknown angle, but oh wait, we have two smokers. We can smoke out all of the angles away from the side of Team Villainous. They have nowhere to go. They need to come from one direction, and if we clear that one direction, they can come from throughout the smoke, but we don't have to worry about that side anymore. They did not play to their advantages. They did not take control of the map, and that is where it hurt them the most in the long run. And Team Radiant Esports, they play so well when it comes to the mechanical sense, when it comes to the macro play, but when working as a team, I did not see them go out for trades. And when you play a double smoke composition, it's all about trading. You need to get one kill, you need to trade, and then block off other angles so that your teammates don't die in the process, as they're going to be trading. A lot of these plays were not coming out from Team Radiant Esports, and it left a lot to be desired for. But hopefully they come back even stronger on Bind, because they need to bring their A game. When you consider Team Villainous and when you think of Bind, there is nothing stopping them.
I mean, definitely, we saw how dominant they can be, and I think Team Villainous is very well done to have adapted to the shortfalls coming into their play in Ascent, coming into this matchup. They looked extremely strong. They understood when they had to force a particular site as compared to when they had to look for the mid plays and then rotate, or even make the noise in one site and then rotate. Team Villainous showing that they have the capability not just to have that massive playbook, but to execute all the plays in that playbook. Team Villainous looked really strong. For me personally, though, Quake, he stood out the most because
Shock dart.
constant shock dart lineups, and even more than that, it was the game sense coming out from Quake, always in the right position in not just post-plan scenarios, but also in the defensive side, just holding it down perfectly, always knowing what to expect from the other team. He was brilliant in the match we saw Team Villainous yesterday. He was brilliant today, and going into Bind, I'm just scared that this might be like an earthquake end for the side of Team Radiant.
Not an earthquake, but who knows? Maybe they have a different type of strategy moving forward into Bind to go up against the team of Team Villainous's caliber. But let's bring it to this. I'll give the upper hand to Team Radiant as they're going to be going into Bind. Maybe they pull out a different strategy. Double smoke, not really a strategy that is well known on the side of Bind, but maybe the double duelist strat with a lot of flashes and triple duelist. We have seen that from the side of Saint Rebellious how good triple duelist can be on Bind, and if they're able to execute a similar type of hyper aggressive play, especially against a team such as Team Villainous, they do have the upper hand in a lot of the matchups. So let us see in the next map.
We'll just have to see. And while we go set up for map 2, remember guys, Series 4 registration now open. Links in the description below. Get your squad mates together, register, and get yourself set up. We'll go set the teams up for map 2. In the meantime, get yourself some popcorn. We'll see you real soon with the LG Ultragear TEC Challengers Series 3.
Hell Ranger, 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challengers Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challengers Series 3, powered by AMD and Ideapad Gaming, with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. We're back for map 2 between Team Villainous and Team Radiant Esports. Villainous took down Team Radiant in map 1, and now we'll be moving on to map 2. We'll take a quick look at the map screen, see what we have in store for us. We have Bind. So aggressive, Bind on Team Villainous. You were really excited for this, so run us through that.
Bind for Team Villainous. We have seen Vision going on to the race, but this time around we're actually not going to be seeing a race. For the first time, they're actually opting to go for a Phoenix play instead. This is going to be super interesting for the side of Team Villainous. I was really excited to see one of those, like the usual plays coming out from them being the race and the Jet from their side to execute onto the B side, but we're seeing something completely different from Team Villainous. They did their homework coming in from last game, and they are trying something new. So let us see how they play it. But CA, talk us through what kind of strategies that they can employ now that they have the Phoenix instead of the Raze.
I don't think the Phoenix is a proactive pick exactly, and we'll run it through just as soon as this round gets over. Right now, NXS getting the opening kill. Team Villainous moving in aggressively onto Ace side, looking to take control, get the spike planted. Vision with a couple of itself makes it 5-2. Gorang will get the spike planted. Cruiser God will get the kill, and Adi will likely go down. He's in the shores, looking to take down Quake right here. Will get the headshot. Adi throws out the paranoia. Blinds Vision, but will step back. Vision gets him through the wall. Adi though gets a headshot, takes him down. And Gorang with that final kill will take Adi down, make it 1-0 for the side of Team Villainous. Now, talking about Phoenix, right? I think it was an adaptation, expecting Team Radiant to run it back with that double smoke lineup, as you see Team Radiant do, because one of the biggest strengths about Phoenix is that when you flash out of a smoke with the Phoenix flash, you yourself don't get flashed, whereas anybody out of the smoke will get flashed, and you can peek with that. I think they're picking up the Phoenix instead of the Raze to sort of accommodate that sort of curveball in the double smokes that Team Radiant has, and I think it will work out really well, because the major difference between Phoenix and Raze is like a self-capable ability to play continuously aggressive. Raze, she just has the blast packs to be able to maneuver. She doesn't have a flash for herself like Phoenix does. But so much talking about Phoenix seems to have cursed him. Adi will take him down. Cruiser God with 2 more makes it 4v3 for the side of Villainous. Eco round for Team Radiant, but they're looking good.
They're looking really good, taking down Vision. They have one gun to their name, being able to pick it up away from Vision, but 3 versus 4 scenario going in onto the B side. This is just going to hurt so much on the long run. They do not have the gun advantage for their side. Skullboy God going into a spray battle against Quake, but he's not going to be coming out on top. No gun in their hand, and just as I said, the next comes in with a headshot on the Viper and another kill on the No Fear, and with Quake coming in from the side, cleaning up Skullboy God, and another really quick round for the side of Team Villainous, and they are looking explosive and so comfortable when it comes to Bind.
Yeah, Team Villainous, this is the team we expect. They were extremely fluent and cohesive when they were in the attacking side in Bind when we saw them yesterday, looking like exactly that in the first 2 rounds today. Now, that was the eco round for Team Radiant, so this 3rd round is going to be the big test. If Villainous can pull off this round win as well, it'd be really interesting. You see, we'll take a quick look at the scorecard, see the loadouts for both teams. Team Villainous getting caught off guard. Team Radiant pushing in aggressively. Scheifer takes one down, but Gorang with that spectacular Victor answers back with 2, no 3 kills for himself, taking down Viper here, making it a 4v2 situation. Team Radiant biting off a bit more than they can chew.
They bit off a lot more than they thought they could. They tried to go in for a hyper-aggressive port, but Gorong with that Brimstone, we know how comfortable he is and how deadly he can be when he has that agent in his hand. Skullboy God is going to be facing off against Gorong, but also look away from that corner. Gorong pushing him into the backline. He's able to step inside of the smoke. He's able to get outside of Gorong's vicinity, but he needs to save this gun at the bare minimum to try and alleviate some of the economic disadvantages that Team Radiant have. But with the third round going into the favor of Team Villainous, they're going to be sitting pretty with a lot of money under their belt.
Team Villainous, they just look dominant on attack, and now doing just that in this buy round for themselves, basically guaranteeing the win. As Skullboy God and No Fear, they've just backed off. They're looking to save their weapons. They're waiting down in A showers.
They're just going to be waiting it out on the A-shower angles, but a really well-played round coming out from the side of Team Villainous. I have to give it to Team Villainous that they are playing it so well for their side, but Team Radiant Esports, they still do have the potential to go forward into the rounds to try and do something, but they need to play as a team. I understand you are playing hyper aggressively, but you should know which angles to take. Hyper took down NXS, but they didn't check the right hand side angle. They didn't expect Gorong to just be sitting there, and that really did hurt them so much in the long run. Just as I say it, this is gonna be another deep long push with two members going out for the hookah angle to see if they can get any form of control. Cypher still holding it out. It's just gonna be a slow take coming out from Team Villainous.
5v5 situation. Team Villainous, they're the ones with the eco advantage, but Team Radiant, they went for the buys with the help of the guns they saved. So this is another gun round for both teams. Adi sitting in that corner will take down NXS. Gets outside by Gorang though. The Hellfire coming out from Team Villainous. Scheifer though gets a couple kills as he quietly dodges out of it. Scheifer giving Team Radiant that man advantage now 4v2. Quake throws out the recon bolt, will spot out Scheifer right there. Will take him down as well. Make it 2v3. Quake and Gorang versus 3 members from Team Radiant. The spike is at B site. It is on Gorong right here, who's looking to push in. Quake, he's waiting down at B long. Now, the recon bolt will spot out a couple members, but Team Radiant is so they're not pushing. Viper just waiting behind that tin box, takes down Gorong. Viper throwing out the flashes now, trying to push onto Quake. Quake will take down Skullboy God. Quake definitely capable of such insane clutches. We'll have to see if he can do it. Quake versus Viper. Map right now. Quake will take down Viper. 12 seconds left. He needs to get the spike down.
10 seconds left.
Goes for the fake. Quake looking for No Fear right here. Quake just 5 seconds left. He has to plant. Goes for the plant. He will not be able to get the plant on time. Instead goes for the kill.
No.
Oh my god, that was so close.
That was so goddamn close. He spotted out the gun barrel and such well play from the side of Quake, but a really nice play from No Fear as well. He waited it out. He didn't really push hyper aggressively. He just wanted to see if the spike plant was going to go down truly, because he heard Quake fake the first time, and you should never fake the second time because the enemy opponents will expect another fake from your end, and really does help. It really does do a lot in the long run when you think about it. Quake playing the time so well, but good discipline from No Fear to not push in such high pressure scenarios.
No Fear, his patience coming through really huge for Team Radiant. They're able to pick up their round win. Make sure they're not going down the ditch in terms of economy. Now, Team Radiant trying to push in. You see, Team Villainous, they're just waiting down on multiple angles of A side, looking to get a pick before they commit particularly. Vision now will move in with the help of the smoke set up by NXS. Will take the TP and actually fake a rotation from the side of Team Villainous. We'll have to see if Team Radiant take the bait or they just stay down A. NXS takes down No Fear, and that will reveal that Team Villainous still down at A with the spike looking to push in right here now.
Team Radiant Esports, they thought that it was going to be a fake. One player peeks on someone, but he's not going to be able to find it. Viper XL has the rolling thunder in hand, and it's going to hit NXS, but Vision comes in from the side to save his one teammate on this shower angle. And ladies and gentlemen, 4 versus 3 scenario for the side of Radiant Esports. Cypher spots out one, and Adi is able to clean out NXS, and they are looking out for blood, but Cruiser God takes out Cypher, but Adi is able to take the quick refrag, and this is just kill for kill, blow for blow, punch for the entirety of Team Radiant Esports. Vision uses the run it back, and he wants the information. He wants to find someone, uses the firewall to try and delay the push for as long as possible to try and give Gorong as much room and wiggle room as he possibly can. Skullboy God getting into a spray battle. He's gonna win it out against Gorong. Good shot from his side. Vision has the flash in hand. He's gonna opt to use it really quickly, but Vision able to take down Adi. The flash has been used. He has no more information, and Vision comes out on top with a 3K to his name. And Team Villainous take another round off the board.
Vision coming up huge that round. I really like the way he used the run it back. Uses the firewall to set himself up in the future when he's out of the run it back, and then plays it extremely slow. Acknowledges that it's gonna be up to Team Radiant to go for the spike defuse, and he just has to wait and use the flashes that he has to get that advantage. Takes down Adi, and then with the flash is able to take down a really low Skull by God. Now 4-1 for Team Villainous, continuously taking the lead, and now eco round for Team Radiant. This is going to be Team Villainous just snatching the tempo and running away with it. Team Villainous 1-0 up in terms of maps in this series already. 4-1 up in this round, looking to push all the way through. Adi though with that sheriff, one tap, down goes Vision.
Vision just got demolished. He probably flew out of his chair after getting one tap that hard, ladies and gentlemen. But the smokes are going to be going down, and the B side is going to have a lot of commotion and a lot of players just waiting outside of that long angle. Smokes have been used to try and fake the side a little bit more, but the TP rotations are already going to be coming through immediately. Spycam spots out one, is able to see multiple different members. They already know they're just going to be sitting on that shower angle, but probably gonna go for another reverse rotation. This is just a merry-go-round fight moving forward. The Rolling Thunder has been used from the side of Radiant Esports to try and catch out one, but he does not find anyone. Adi sitting it out. Beacon Bolt and the Neural Tech has been used from the side of Team Villainous. Quake able to fire in one onto Adi with a well-placed recon, but this is just gonna hurt so much more in the long run. Team Radiant Esports, they're just gonna be waiting out Viper XL. This is their eco round, and they have gotten one kill, but getting a couple of more won't hurt. When you are looking at a team of Team Villainous' caliber, you want to do as much damage to their economy as possible, but with all of the cyber cages coming out, and with Cruiser God having his phone number, he's probably gonna find it, but the fault line is gonna hit him out, but he doesn't know. He's just chilling there right next to him. Gorong taking down Viper XL, Quake taking down another one, and No Fear having no clue that Cruiser God was sitting inside of the container gets taken down. And an amazing round coming out from the side of Team Villainous.
Viper, the seismic blast used by him in the tin box gives him this false sense of security about nobody being there inside it, and it doesn't like resonate with the fact that you can dodge the seismic blast even inside the tin box just by moving to a bit to the left. So Viper just not checking his corners really ended up costing Team Radiant there, but that was their eco round. Team Villainous now 5-1. You've seen continuously how diverse and proactive they can be, rotating even after that B to A teleporter, coming back to B to get the spike planted in the round win. 5-1 for Team Villainous. Bye round for the side of Team Radiant though, so we'll have to see how good they can be, because we saw yesterday, like Team Villainous, once they get this round lead, they start running away with the map completely. NXS trying to do just that, dashes in aggressively with the base storm, instead gets taken down by No Fear, not at all scared by that aggressive jet walking in. Cruiser God with one, but Viper XL and No Fear with a couple more mean it's Team Radiant with that advantage.
Team Radiant had the advantage, but it's already gone with Gorong coming in from the side, to being able to take down 1-3 versus 2 scenario, make it a 1v1 scenario, make it a 1v3 scenario, and make it a 3v0 scenario for the side of Team Radiant Esports. They're showing a very dominant performance with every single one of their players showing up into this fight. NX says, I love the idea, my dude, but you have no information trying to dive in like that, and that is gonna hurt, especially when you play Jet, especially against players of Team Radiant's caliber.
Yeah, NXS going for the flashy plays did not end up working out, but Team Radiant doing so well in this round. They went for the operator pickup for Cypher, and Cypher doing really well to hold down A side from heaven. It was a completely glass cannon operator, so the fact that it works out is doubly impressive from the side of Team Radiant. Now 2-5. Still full loadouts for both teams. Scheifer now holding down Bioka. Misses his first shot, but will give a false sense of security as to the presence of Adi. Adi just waiting down the corner, will take down Vision. A brilliant bait and switch set up between the Omen and the Jet.
And bait and switch indeed, and just as Scheifer gets the kill on the Cruiser God, taking it to a 5v3 scenario, ladies and gentlemen, for the attackers. And to break into a site like this, site fully bare, no Phoenix Flash, no nothing, and with only Gorong on his trusty Brimstone and his smokes in play. It's just gonna be so hard. Quake trying to spot out one member, but probably gonna get spotted out by Quake. Shock Dart, he's not gonna be able to find it, but Scheifer, good kill, misses the second shot onto that side, but just get taken down with Quake taking that Shock Dart kill as well, and another one of the Scheifer. They have that chance 2v2 scenario going into a post plant.
Now, 2v2 for both teams. The spike will go down for the side of Team Villainous. Slowly but surely. Now, Quake actually won't go down because Quake, he chose to use the TP, now going all the way to site A, while NXS just holds it down in site B.
Wait,
Both
what?
members of Team Radiant still waiting in B. They seem to think that TP was a bit of a bait. Now, the site spike will go down for the side of Team Villainous. The Hellfire comes out, predicting it, but barely missing Quake. He's able to get the spike down. 2v2 situation. NXS is really low though, so Team Radiant, they can definitely pull this off.
This is very much possible, but with NXS having that operator in hand, he's not going to be able to find it. But Quake in his 1v1 scenarios, he is so clean and he is so fast. Quake being able to take that 2k away and just shattering Team Radiant's dreams to take that round away from them. An extremely well played round coming out from this Sova main.
Quake always in those like last moments of a round, able to come up so huge, shows a great sense of calm and composure within this player to always know what is the right move to make. Skullboy God gets the kill onto a really NXS, but Quake just holding it down from the boxes in the middle of A, able to get that kill, get multiple kills, finish off that round. Now eco round once again for Team Radiant. NXS, he's picked up that op for himself. Now that's going to be a scary sight to watch. Team Villainous, they're down at A site, using the Sova drone to just clear off the Showers angle before they choose to push in. 3 members down A short, 2 members in Showers. Team Villainous, they're committing to A site.
They're committing hard and they're committing fast. Gorong with one from the molly and he gets so many kills. Vision uses the run it back. He knows every single position and he is making them run it back, and everyone needs to get out of this vicinity because Vision has your crosshairs trained on their head. But just as I said, Adi takes out another one, but Vision answers back with a kill onto No Fear. They already have their angles and are sprayed out through the smoke. A Mexican standoff where Team Villainous came out on top, and they take that round away and making it 2-7 for the side of Team Villainous.
Team Villainous now 5-round lead for themselves. Like going into the next round, like I think for the side of Team Radiant, even though Bind is generally considered a defense-favored map, I'm looking to them to just get a couple rounds because we saw how good Team Villainous can be on attack, but we also saw how susceptible they can be on defense. So Team Radiant, they need to take the attack to them in their own attacking half, use those double smokes to be really creative. For now though, in these last few rounds of the first half, try to get as many rounds as they can. Gorong saying just no. Gorong NXS pushing down B-Long, getting 2 kills for themselves. 5v3, Hunter's Fury will come out from Quake. Again and again, he does not miss with the Hunter's Fury. He is the true hunter.
He is a true hunter and he's hunting down every single last man coming out from the side of Radiant Esports. He wants blood and he wants it now, and an immediate TP going onto the B side, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be a spike plant, and at this stage, they just need to either save their guns or just book it and try and see if they can catch anyone off guard to try and do some economic damage for the side of Team Villainous.
Team Radiant, they're just choosing to save No Fear and Skullboy God both waiting down in heaven. You see, No Fear will not catch out Gorong. Instead, Gorong with the quick reflexes taking him out. Skullboy God will take out Gorong in return, but Skullboy God now revealing his area with that recon bolt. Will not be able to run away. He's getting swamped on both sides by NXS and Quake. NXS with that Sheriff will take him down. 8-2 for Team Villainous. No save for Team Radiant. All the guns they had gone. And Team Villainous on Bind. This is why we were like, oh no, because they just look extremely strong, extremely dominant, trying to push their way through the lower bracket. This might just be the end of Team Radiant, unless we can see some sort of insane resurgence for them. Gorang with 13 kills on his favorite Brimstone leading the charge. Adi with 10 kills, not doing so bad himself, needs his duelist in Schleifer to really step up, being the solo duelist on the side of Team Radiant.
It's just so difficult against such a team such as Team Villainous, especially on a map like Bind. Like, we have seen Team Villainous go up against one of the top dogs of the entire tournament and take them to match point on Bind, and they have won it out in multiple different occasions, no matter what scenario it came. And just as I said, Quake is able to take down on the Skullboy God, the Molly burning him through, but Vision, he has no fear. He's just gonna break back into the side. Positions have been revealed. He knows that one player has spotted him out, but 20 HP is able to survive until the very last second. Probably gonna catch out No Fear, just sitting out behind Green Box, but with the plant going down, will he be able to find it is the real question. He's not gonna be able to, and he does get taken out by No Fear with the Spectre in hand. Two members do go down, 3 versus 3 scenario with the spike being planted. No Fear just booking it immediately, having that information to his side, but Cruiser God being able to take down Adi. 2 versus 2 scenario with 3 versus 2 scenario with the neural theft coming out as well. He knows exactly where No Fear is, and he's just gonna be chilling it out. But with NXS sitting in that shower angle with his trusty operator, being able to take him down. He's looking out for blood, but No Fear, he has their phone numbers. He tries to call it up, but with a shock dart from Quake to slow him down and to instill the fear into No Fear itself. Team Villainous take another round off the board, making it a 9-2.
Team Villainous once again switching up their strategies. Like, this team, they have a huge playbook when it comes to Bind. This time choosing to force into A with Quake lurking down in the back. Quake got the first kill, and that prompted Team Villainous to force themselves into this side. No Fear put up a really good defense, but the fact that Cruiser God lurking down in B, able to get that kill and the neural theft, meant that it was Team Villainous with all the info in the world, with all the time in the world to close that round off for themselves. 9-2 now, Cruiser God starting us off in this last round of the first half with a kill for Team Villainous, taking down Viper. Team Villainous just too dominant right now.
Villains are way too dominant when it comes to Bind, with another pick coming out from Quake as well from the side. They're looking to close out this first half with a very dominant fashion. Vision and so Cruiser God just getting that double peek onto No Fear. No Fear you have been so consistent over these past few matches, but against a team of their caliber, it's just gonna be so much more difficult. Vision just throwing out flashes left, right, and center. Skullboy God taking down one, but Schleifer is coming up slowly from this B-long angle. He wants to try and get some damage done. He wants to pad those stats and try and win it out for Team Radiant Esports to go into the next half, try and have some form of an advantage. But he does get spotted out, and Quake just take him down, ladies and gentlemen. The Hunter's Fury is gonna be connecting, and Skullboy God going down to the true Hunter being Quake. And ladies and gentlemen, the first half has ended with a 2-10 scoreline for Team Villainous.
And the biggest issue with a 10-2 scoreline is that your pistol round suddenly becomes like effectively a pseudo match point round, because losing this pistol round forces you to 11-2 in a situation where you cannot choose to eco at all, because if you do choose to eco, you'll be left in match point looking to fight it back multiple 10 rounds in a row. Basically, Team Radiant, they're in a very difficult position, but to pull off this comeback, they're on the attacking side. They have double smokes, and they have the breach to set up the entry through those smokes. They need to use those smokes and play a really fast and really hard play style, force the trades against Team Villainous, and then look to enter this site. We'll see if Team Radiant is able to do that, or if Team Villainous just run away with this map the way they have in the first half. Now Team Radiant, 4 men down B, just a Cypher in Skullboy God lurking down at A. The camera will get taken down by Skullboy God. 2 men down at B with Cruiser God holding down the side with his trap fires, and Vision helping him out. Vision using the hot hands to heal himself up. The fault line is set up as Team Radiant look to enter the site. Adi though walks in right into the line of sight of Cruiser God and will get taken down.
The loving arms of Cruiser God is a bit too dangerous for Adi to come into. And just as I say though, Vision takes down Viper XL, but No Fear, they are just running him down into the elbow angle. spots out 2 players. He's probably gonna take this peak battle. He's just jiggling it out, and an amazing one-tap comes out from No Fear. Amazing one-tap comes onto No Fear from the side of Vision. He is absolutely killing it on this Phoenix, and he is just showing how dominant he can be. The TP does come through from Scheifer to try and get the bomb plan to go down onto the green box angle, but he's just gonna wait it out. Spots out 1 player in the back lane, but Gorong comes in with the armor for his side, takes down Scheifer immediately. The one tap does not matter if you have that armor, and Vision is able to clean it up, finally taking one off of Skullboy God. And another round for the side of Team Villainous, making it an 11-2. And they're in a deep ditch, don't you think, CA?
The thing is, I feel like Team Radiant right now is in a bit of a panic state because, for example, Adi shouted step right there. There is no reason when you have a cumulative of 5 to 6 smokes on your team, depending on how Omen uses his smokes, for you to be teleporting into a place where there is a complete just free ground for the others to peek at you at. There could be a smoke there could be setup coming in from Team Radiant. None of it available, meaning Team Villainous taking this pistol round, forcing Team Radiant now in this next round to go for the first buys. Team Villainous, they have everything going in their favor, and they're looking to finish this match off right here, right now.
Cruiser though gets taken down by Adi. Well timed martial play from his angle. Vision dealing good amount of damage. He's able to take down No Fear. 4 versus 4 scenario to go into a match point, ladies and gentlemen. But Quake again. What is this guy with these shock darts? How many times will he use a shock dart and get a kill? Team Radiant Esports, they're just in such a pickle and they're in such a situation. Vision being able to take down Scheifer as well. And Team Villainous, they want to take this to a match point. They are not giving anything away for Team Radiant Esports. Cowboy got though able to get one on Division, but with everyone hunting him down and with NXS with his trusty sheriff singularity to his name, but Gorong takes down Skullboy God, and it is match point for the side of Team Villainous.
Match point.
Match point after losing a semi-buy round means that once again Team Radiant, in just a very bad situation economically, will take a quick look at the scorecard to see the loadouts that will come in for Team Radiant going into this matchup. It'll be a Bulldog, a Vandal, a couple of Spectres, and what I assume for Viper will be a Spectre. 11 kills for Adi, 7 kills for No Fear and Skullboy. Look at the other side though, 17 kills for Quake, the Shock Dart Guard, and then 16 for Gorong, 13 Vision, 11 Cruiser Guard. All of Team Villainous is doing really well. Even though NXS is not leading, his team is definitely carrying the charge, and NXS with the entry frag impact, able to enable that for his team. NXS, hearing me, takes down one, removes No Fear from the map. Gorong with another onto Viper will mean it's 5v3 for Team Villainous. Match point Team Villainous, not wasting any time whatsoever to get it done.
They're already in that scenario, and Nexus taking down another one. 2 versus 4 scenario, moving forward, making it a 1 versus 4, and making it a 4 versus 0. And such an explosive performance coming out from the side of Team Villainous, and they are showing why Bind is one of their best maps coming out into this series.
Yeah, just Bind and Team Villainous. Now that's something we will have to remember, because Team Villainous 13-2 on Bind will be moving forward in the TEC Challenger Series. Team Radiant, unfortunately, they will not be able to move further. They go down 2-0 to Team Villainous in the low bracket. Team Radiant, they did brilliantly to make it so far, but they will not be going further. Now, Gorong with a 329 ACS, his trusty Brimstone, he will be taking home the MVP for himself. Gorong, an absolute sight to watch in the series. But Quake, not too far behind, was phenomenal himself. Adi had a brilliant game, just not able to make up for the lack of just support coming in from his team. Not the greatest of days for Team Radiant on Bind, and just got compounded by how good Team Villainous looked on this map. Now, we'll take a quick second to look back through the entire map, talk about what could have happened for Team Radiant and how Team Villainous just looks so dominant with the Relive the Moment, brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook, powered by AMD Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, aggressive? For me, this double smoke lineup is the biggest question. Was there ever a moment like where we got to see that being used, because I feel like there's so many ways you can use that. Like, for example, in a B entry, if you smoke out halls and elbow and then enter this site using that smoke, once you're able to get the spike plant, you can refresh the smokes with the number of smokes you have and then get into post plant positions. None of that ever happening for Team Radiant makes me feel like, given the fact that this team is new, they simply don't have the experience to pull out that adaptability in game. So perhaps looking forward to seeing what this team can do going forward in Series 4.
I'd say the main issue there was the double smoke composition, especially on a map such as Bind. It's not as good as I told you before. Like, Bind is a map where single smoke reigns supreme just because there's not really a lot of sightlines that you want to break out. Because on a map like Bind, there's only 3 angles that they can really peek from. And the other sides you can just clear with your players. You have your abilities, you have your molotovs, and you have a lot of flashes to clear these multiple different angles. A single duelist, though, from the side of Team Radiant Esports is just gonna hurt so much. They're not gonna have a lot of potential and a lot of value coming out in a lot of these fights. Just think about it like this. Team Radiant Esports, they have that one duelist. What's gonna happen? They're not gonna be able to enter a site properly with the double smoke, and you're just hurting your own breach more and more, because the more smokes there are, there's a lot more positions to hide in the long run, and the breach is not really gonna get a lot of value. And I have to give it to the side of Team Villainous to capitalize on the fact that they run these double smoke compositions. They did their homework in comparison to Team Radiant Esports. They know exactly how they play, and they change their agent picks to properly adapt to that fact. Phoenix, being the smoke criminal that he actually is just going to be able to flash you out no matter what scenario you are going to be putting yourself in. And that goes to show how much of a high caliber team Team Villainous is moving forward into the semifinals of the lower bracket.
Team is definitely one of the top contenders here in the lower bracket, but also in the tournament in general, as we look to crown ourselves a new champion in Series 3. Team Villainous looking really strong, but Team Radiant, I saw moments of brilliance where this team was just continuously able to pull off a really surprising move. The problem was that it wasn't happening consistently. I think for Team Radiant right now, you want to take the fact that you made it so far in Series 3. You did really well for yourselves in making sure that you gave a fighting chance. And now it's time to go back to the drawing board and talk about the macro gameplay, because I think mechanically all these players are on point. They just need that extra bit of macro to elevate them to a different level and take it forward in Series 4. Team Villainous, they will be moving forward. Team Radiant out of this tournament. GG, well played to both teams. Now, this was the first series that we're bringing to you today. There's going to be yet another full series to come towards the latter half of the day. In this series, Team Villainous were able to take down Team Radiant 2-0, 13-2 just now on Bind, and then in the first map, 13-8. Team Villainous moving on. So we're going to go set up for the next series to come. While we do that, I'm sure Team Radiant is rushing down to the links in the description below to register for Series 4. Why don't you join them yourselves, get your squad together, make sure you have that team in for Series 4. Make sure you also check out the links in the description below for all the massive discounts we have set up for you, and get a break for yourself, get some nice snacks while we go set up for the next series. We'll see you with the next series with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges series powered by AMD and Ideapad Gaming. See you in the next series between Paratroops and Thani Peak.
It's gonna be a fun match.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, Way